The Black Garden may not stay among us for long. Something has begun to repair the schism torn by its destruction. Vex now flood the garden channels to protect it. We must stop the Weavers before they seal the garden and begin to summon back its heart.
I used to play Destiny every single day. I unfortunately could not do that forever because I had to review other games. I'd review other first-person shooters, but and I think that might be the case with some people. Are you still playing Destiny?
I actually just started playing again because this expansion, The Dark Below, is coming out, and I realized I was a little out of practice, a little rusty, so I needed to get back into the flow. And my level isn't as high as I wanted it to, and they put out this new patch, this 1.1 update, that really changed the way that you can level some of your gear by allowing you to purchase some consumables and things like that. So really exciting to play today.
Yeah, so The Dark Below, there's tons of stuff that they're adding to it, specifically the stuff we checked out today. 2 new weapons. We have Dragon's Breath and
No man's...
No land, no far land.
No man, no boundaries, no beyond, no man
land,
beyond.
no land beyond. Because I think the joke is that there's no land that you can't see in the sniper rifle because it's got a super long range. So I actually did not use the sniper rifle that much. I used the rocket launcher. The rocket launcher was great. I think performance-wise, it's pretty good. I think the paint job is like the best part about it. It's got like an awesome like Shark World War II like battle plane kind of like paint job.
Yeah, those exotic weapons, they're interesting. I personally didn't really like that sniper rifle was a primary weapon because I felt like I was always out of ammo and that my special weapon was also a sniper, so I switched it to be a shotgun, but then you had to get super close, so it's weird because then you have a super close weapon and then a super long range weapon.
Right.
I don't know how I feel about that particular weapon, but the Strike, this PlayStation exclusive, the Undying Mind Strike that we got to play, was so much fun.
Well, we actually take on the Undying Mind, which is one of the guys. What are the character models? What is it? Hydra, who's got the little shield spinning around him. Seemed very vertical. Seemed like we were climbing a lot. You know, like constantly going up stairways and stuff, and like, of course, lots of like blocked off areas. Pretty relentless. Yeah, there was lots of stuff to shoot.
So many Vex to shoot. I mean, I just hate those hobgoblins. They like just snipe you from a distance.
But it's great to do in multiplayer because, you know, if there were a lot of times where I would like see one shielding when somebody was going off doing something else, and then you just wait till it's done, take it out. How did this feel? You know, because a lot of people are like, okay, I played a little bit of Destiny, justified the purchase, I had a fun time, but you know, Dark Below looks fun, but like what is different about this strike, do you think, compared to other strikes? You think it's just more content, more bosses, another thing to check out, or?
Well, what we didn't really get a whole lot of chance to see is all of the new narrative elements that Bungie is tying in with the Dark Below expansion. I think that that's really what's going to make it different, is that the strikes really have more of a narrative emphasis in the expansion than they did in the main game. That said, I don't think Destiny players who are still playing and who are going to be getting into the Dark Below really care that much about the story. I mean, Bungie came out and said, hey, we heard you. You all said that you wanted more narrative and more backstory and more of this, you know, universe and lore of Destiny, and so we're giving it to you. But everybody that I've played with does not care about the story. Like, I mean, I don't want to like insult or hurt any writers' feelings, but that's not really why people are playing Destiny.
Right. And it's kind of tough at, you know, this event and doing the demo, we just jumped right into the strike, so it's tough to tell, like, didn't select it off the map, don't really know how that factors in or what we, you know, do leading up to that. So you're not leveling up your stats, you're leveling up your skills? You said you had to focus your skills a little bit more because you hadn't played in a while?
Oh, well, you know, this time when we were playing, I played as Warlock, and like you, I played as a Hunter in my save game back home. But it reminded me that I haven't really taken the time to explore these other classes and really see if I would like them and what they're all about. In the subclass, I've completely ignored the Blade Dancer subclass in the Hunter. You know, I've stuck with Gunslinger in Golden Gun. But I'm looking forward to seeing how some more of the new weapons are going to play. Like, there was a new scout rifle that I got to try out, and there was also a new machine gun, and some of the other basic weapon types, and of course new gear as well to upgrade because they've increased the light level cap from 30 to 32 with the expansion.
Right. So do you think there's a danger potentially, because when the game first came out, people were like, okay, I'm constantly getting new gear, but I'm not really that familiar with what the best gear is in the game because I'm constantly getting new stuff. Now, you know, they're specifically advertising these new weapons. Do you think people are just going to lose their minds because they're like, I have to get these weapons?
I mean, for the exotics, I think so. I think the hardcore Destiny community really tries to go for those like really special weapons. The legendary weapons, I don't know. It's hard to tell because it's impossible to find a specific weapon. It's all luck of the draw, right? You know.
So, how much time do you think you're going to spend? You're gonna absorb all the content? You're just going to do some strikes? Are you raid ready? Are you going to dive into the dark below?
Oh man, no, I am not raid ready. I'm not even level 26 yet. I'm still on 24. I need to like put some serious time in before I'm ready for the raid.
I'm 25 currently. When I left my character off, I was 25. I think there's an interesting parallel with the name The Dark Below, the concept of like dropping down into the moon, into this huge chasm we were introduced. It's kind of one of those things where you see that in the environment and it's like, I bet we're going in there.
Yeah.
And kind of like dropping back into Destiny and kind of succumbing to the MMO structure of just, the grind and just like, here I go again.
Exactly. Well, I remember the first time I played the mission where you have to go into the Temple of Crota and kill those 3 knights. And it like scared the piss out of me. Like I played it alone. I wasn't playing with anybody else. So I took on this mission all by myself. And it was really challenging and really hard. Like the thing about the Hive in particular as an enemy type is that a lot of them are really melee focused, with the thralls and the knights and the things like that really come after you. Whereas like at the Fallen, they kind of like stay back a little way. So I like them. They're easier to pick off. So I'm interested to see how they're going to kind of tweak the Hive that we've seen already and see just how difficult they are to take on.
Well, we haven't seen that stuff yet.
No, we haven't.
And it's coming up very soon.
Yeah.
Possibly.
Like now.
Yeah, possibly around the same time that this video launches. So we're going to have to get the best and the brightest of the GT Destiny community and tackle this content head on.
Let's live stream it.
But super fun that we got to check it out at
absolutely.
the PlayStation Experience. Thanks.
The Black Garden remains here among the light. But the Vex will never cease until their birthplace is restored, and we must keep it here until we can understand its origins.